Everyone to a very cold Essex. Just thought I'd do a quick video. What's going on today? Which is not a lot because it's very cold. I woke up this morning and it was very sunny, so I thought I'd take the covers off the pond just to let a bit of natural sunlight to go in there. I looked at the pond temperatures and it was like, I don't know, inside it was 2.6 and then outside it was 0.6, so I was chancing it a bit there, but I thought I'd do it. I turned the air off so that I could check the fish, see what they're like, see if they've got any sort of like problems or anything, which luckily they haven't. I went in the shed and I came back out, and within 10 minutes, literally 10 minutes, the pond was starting to freeze over. Now when I say freeze over, there was like patches of frost on there. So yeah, that just shows you how cold it was today. So yeah, it just goes to show that if you've not got anything going into your pond to distribute the to mess around with the surface area in the cold weather, how quickly it can freeze over. I was shocked with that. I've never ever had that before, but yeah, there you go. But at the moment the pond temperature is now at so now we're currently sitting at 1.8 outside and 2.5 inside, and that's with the covers off. Okay, so yeah, it's still very cold. Don't know if you can see the fish there. They're doing all right. They're not very active, as you can imagine. But when I turn the air off and I do chuck a bit of food in there, they seem to be doing all right. They seem to come up and have a little bit. There's the pond filter house, very snowed in. Yeah, I try and let's open the covers up. Let you have a look inside the filter house. No problems, as you can see. I'll just take over and put open the top. Moving bed filter still going okay. Still kind of like, you know, waiting to put some filter start in there to get it going. Second bay still working. I have added this filter grid in there in the past couple of weeks or so, just to stop because the filter media was trying to creep over this top bit, and then in the wet weather when it filled up a little bit, it was creeping over into this bit. So I placed this on there. It still lets the water through, so still get a good flow, but it stops the filter media creeping over, which is a good idea. So there's the vortex. I've not cleaned it out for a while or so, but you know, by the looks of it, it doesn't really need that much of a clean. I've got a temperature gauge in there, it's 2.4 at the minute, very cold. So yeah, all my plumbing seems to be staying intact due to the cold weather. Yeah, it's a godsend switching over to rigid pipe rather than flexi pipe, which my outlet is on. That's what I used to run my system on all the time, and yeah, I've had a couple of disasters using that stuff. In the winter, you know, you buy it and it's flexible. In the winter, it's not flexible and it just gets brittle, which, you know, I've had two experiences of that. So if you've not watched any of my videos, then please do, and you will get there's a video on there of what's happened when you use flexible pipe and the reasons why you shouldn't use flexible pipe. But there you go. So I thought I'd do a quick video. On what's happening at the moment. I've still got loads of plans ahead of what I'm going to do to the pond. Still got a pergola to go up. I still want to put a bakki shower on, or a skimmer. Now, when I first built this pond, which if you watch my other videos, this pond was done on a bit of a, what do you call it, a hurry up. So if you watch some of my other videos, it shows you what happened to my before pond and the reasons why I had to construct this pond. And one of the things that I bought was a skimmer. So the one that I bought was what everybody uses on a koi pond, was a inline skimmer, if that's what they're called. So it would be fitted inside the side of the pond, wherever you wanted to fit it, and it would be run from outside wherever it was fitted and into whatever system that you wanted to put it in, whether it was through the filter, whether it was through a moving bed, or whether it was through a bakki shower. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. But when I was building the pond, I had to make a couple of changes, and the skimmer idea kind of like went out the window. For whatever reason it did. So I got rid of the skimmer. Now what I'm kind of like thinking is do I need a skimmer? And this is what I would like you guys to advise me on. So my pond it's not a big pond. It's sleeper length, so what's that, 2.4 metre by 2.4 metre by about 4 foot deep, so it's not that big. As you can see, when I'm running the air, let me just turn you around and show you. When I'm running the air on the pond, the strength of the bubbles is pushing everything to the four corners. Now, do I need a skimmer on this, being as the pond is so small? Well, when I say so small, it's the size that it is. I had a skimmer on my original pond, and as you can see, my original pond was the length of this pond and a bit more, so it came up to about here, and it was in ground, and the back end of it was next to the trees there. So I used to get a fair amount of leaves in the winter, and in the summer I used to get things blown in on top of the water because it was ground level. Now, because it's here and I've risen it, do I need a skimmer? Now, I was thinking of, there's a fish, I see they're doing all right. I was thinking of putting a skimmer, only because the only regret that I've got with this pond is not fitting that skimmer, and I need another inlet to create some more flow, which I think I'm going to need. So what I'm thinking is fitting where Mr. Croc is. I want to put some sort of skimmer there. Now, I've looked at the skimmers that stand from the floor and come up, and they are too short for the depth of my pond. But could I buy one of those and, I don't know, cut the stand off and fit rigid pipe underneath it, and then feed it out of the pond somehow into a pump, and then point the return back into the pond? Would that be an option? Can you do that? If anybody knows, leave a comment below and let me know. But yeah, that's how I would want to do it, rather than what I thought I was going to do was put a bakki shower there, have a pump just in the bottom of the pond, not the bottom, but into the pond, just below the surface of the pond, and have it suck the water up and then into the bakki shower and then out. Because what I don't want is to have lots of things on the bottom of the pond like I used to have, this is the reason why I bought this. So if anybody's got any ideas on skimmers and bakki showers, then let me know. Please leave a comment below. And yeah, not a lot has been happening on the pond today because of the weather. It's very cold here. If you look at my koi vat, that has been filled up with water over the past 2-3 weeks, and it's solid. So that's how cold it's been. But yeah, here's my filtration system. It's not the best, it's not the fanciest, but it's working. And this is what I've tried to achieve. The test will be in the summer when the water warms up and the fish start getting fed. So that will be the big test, but at the moment it's working. So I'm not the richest of koi keepers, so I can't have Cetus sieves and Nexuses and things like that. So what I've tried to achieve is the same sort of thing, but within my price range, and it works because I've had a couple of ponds before it and I've had less a filtration system on it than that I've got now, and it still seems to work. So, you know, if you've got the money, then do it. If not, there are ways around it. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that one in. So that's all I'm trying to do is so yeah, that's all I'm trying to do is have a pond, have a nice pond, but on a budget, which I think a lot of us are trying to do. I'm kind of like, you know, I'm missing my old pond. It was a nice pond. I'll put pictures on it on here just to let you see. There are a lot of people that have in-ground ponds, and you know, they are nice to have, but this is the kind of pond, this is the pond I wanted for a start. But everybody builds a pond on the hurry, don't they? Which I did, and you know, it cost me a few bad backs and things like that, but I'm happy where I am now. This is to stay, but to stay it's going to be tweaked. So if you've got any tweaks for me or anything like that, then let me know, and I'll catch you in the next video. So from WKP, it's all about the fish. I'll see you next time.